I guess first we should say thank you to June and Owen for putting this on. I'm so grateful to be here. This is my last day in England for a long time, and it's a nice way to end it. It feels like a family event rather than a show. There's a lot of pressure with shows and promoters and guest lists, and he's seen me. I'm always a wreck before a show because there's so much to do.
He's been a lot easier to deal with.
For those of you who haven't met Andrew, this sassy young American boy, he's my friend and my bass player. We met about a year ago at an Irish folk music jam. He was playing and I was listening, and I happened to notice that he seemed to be a whole lot better than the other musicians. And we started working together. And he's just done his first tour overseas with me. And we've had a lot of fun, and he's wise beyond his years and plays better than you might expect a 22-year-old kid to play. Better than you might expect anybody. It's a pleasure. So I hope you'll enjoy it. We're going to sing a few songs. There's nothing formal that I've put together. I'm just going to sing a variety of songs. Some of them he doesn't even know. But he'll be able to pick it out pretty quick because he's talented. This first one was on my first album, and I guess after I play the song I'll tell you the story. I like to tell a story with each song, but I'll sing the song first and then tell the story. Walks along the lonely highway each day. She dreams that one day a man will pull up in a car. He'll open up the door, she'll climb in, and he will say, hey babe, what you know? I wonder if it's too loud. Can you hear the guitar? Or
yes.
Okay?
Just right.
Just right?
Yeah,
okay. Can you play quiet? Play
quiet. Keep it down on a less low profile.
The bass isn't small enough for you.
No, yeah. You got a saw, we can cut it down a little bit.
I don't use the bow if you want.
Let's do that. I think it's filling up too much space. So we'll take it from Hey Babe.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Babe. Yeah, what you know? Hope you're ready to go, 'cause today is a perfect day. Yeah, to chase tornadoes. That preacher man on the run from the law. He killed a girl in Memphis and ran to the dogs, tracked him down. They shot him by the river, and as he lay dying in the mud, someone asked him, hey preacher, where's your soul going now? The preacher said, well, around. sky is a prison and the earth is a grave. And sometimes I feel like Jesus in some Chinese opera. Sometimes I'm glad I built my mansion from crazy little stones. But sometimes I feel so goddamn trapped by everything that I know. And I wish it wasn't so, 'cause the only thing that anyone should ever know is that today is a perfect day. Yeah, yeah, to chase tornadoes, to chase tornadoes. That you have found a perfect day. Yeah, 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 yeah. To chase tornadoes, to chase tornadoes, to chase tornadoes, to chase tornadoes. So that song was inspired by my friend Matt Fisher. We were juvenile delinquents together in Northwest Florida, and we got into a lot of trouble. And we had been drinking real heavily one day when we were about 15, I think we were, and we don't advise that for any young people here. And we were at the beach, and the beach in Florida where I live, it's on the Gulf of Mexico, has these terrible storms in the summer. They're called high pressure line squall phenomenon storms. It seems like the apocalypse is coming, lightning striking all around us, and we were happy about it because we were intoxicated. And this, as the storm pushed out into the sea, there's a struggle, an eternal struggle between land and sea. In the summertime, the land masses are stronger because the land heats up, and the sea has to submit to let this land air on top of it. And when it comes, there are waterspouts. They call them waterspouts. What they are is tornadoes in the water. Waterspouts sound very innocent, and there's nothing innocent about them. So this particular day, when me and Matt were standing there, there were two waterspouts had formed about 100 yards off the coast of the beach there, and they were spinning, and we were delighted because we sort of thought we were making them with our minds. Matt small and I'm tall. We were kind of funny pair, and we watched them for a couple minutes, and we realized that one of the tornadoes in the water wasn't following form. They're supposed to just go out to sea. But one of the tornadoes decided that it was going to come back on land. I think it was an ambitious tornado. It wanted to be a real tornado and not a water spout. So it started coming back towards us, and even though we were very intoxicated, it was very comforting because at the bottom of my spine, I heard this little voice say, "Run." And it got louder, "Run, run. Run, run," and it was telling me to run, and it was a good feeling. Because my survival instincts were stronger than my intoxication, and that's what you want. Matt, we had both drunk a bottle of this stuff called Boone's Farm apple wine, which is...
Oh, I know. Hey.
You know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, we had both drunk a bottle each. It'll make you very, very sick. It's bad stuff. And but Matt's smaller, and his body mass was smaller, and so even though the voice had appeared in the bottom of his spine and started going up saying "run, run, run," the voice was telling Matt to run toward the tornado rather than away from it like mine was. So he let out a scream. The tornado had hit the beach by the time it was a full-fledged tornado, and it was spinning on the beach, and the sand was yellow underneath it, and I think it was it was a bit vain as a tornado goes, and it thought it was going to come and do damage and brag to the other tornadoes later on. And little did it know that this crazy teenager, drunk teenager, was going to jump into the middle of it, which is what he did. He ran straight down and dove into the middle of the tornado, and it picked him up and spun him around. And this is a good message for you kids here. This is what you do when you drink. So don't drink. Jumped in the middle of the tornado, and it lifted him off the ground 5 feet, and his arms were spinning around, and he was like a little helicopter. And then all of a sudden, the tornado, which I don't think had expected any sort of resistance from the terrestrial world, it just thought it was going to come and knock houses down and stuff. It sort of got confused, and it started to wobble in a funny way, and then it dispersed. Just it was gone. And Matt fell onto the ground, and then he jumped up and started dancing around and shouting, "I killed a tornado!" And he bragged for people for years about that, killing the tornado. So, and he was sort of my role model. I thought, don't run from your tornadoes or from your fears, or run towards them and confront them and kill them. I tried that for a while. It doesn't really always work.